Americans feeling sunny about their lives in 2020, according to the latest USA Today and Suffolk University poll. 80% of the respondents are optimistic about their own lives in the new year, with many pointing towards the strong economy as the reason why. Here now, Art Laffer, former Reagan economic advisor and chairman of the Laffer Associates. Art, are you surprised to hear this? I mean, look, I look at the stock market hitting new highs every day. Folks that I speak to are constantly telling me they feel good when they look at their 401k balances. I'm not surprised that there's optimism going into next year.
Well, I thought it should be much higher than 80%. I thought it should be in the 90% range. Just joking. No, but seriously, this optimism, why shouldn't you be optimistic? This economy is great, and it's continuing on and on and on. And it's just the way it should be. I mean, this is what a good economy should be like, and the president has put in the policies that made it that way.
And speaking of those policies, a lot was accomplished this year. People are saying with the market at these levels, what can this administration do going into an election year in 2020, especially when there's so much strife with the Democrats right now over impeachment? But the Trump administration put out its 2020 goals. I think we have them for you here. Finalizing USMCA, obviously, regulating prescription drug pricing, regular order spending bills, confirming more judges, prioritizing paid family leave. These are some very lofty goals. If all of these go through, Americans are going to feel even better.
Yeah, it's the old Trump line. I'm getting sick and tired of winning all the time. No, it's really fun, isn't it? Isn't it a nice economy? Now you know what it's like having lived through the Reagan era. It was just spectacular day in, day out, just the way it is now, and it'll continue if he gets reelected. I mean, there'll be lots of things he can do in a second term, which would be phenomenal, but the continuing things would make it even better. But just with what's been done already, there's no reason to expect this economy not to perform really well during 2020. It should do really well.
Yeah, and Art, you know, a lot of people look to the economy as one of the central issues going into the election, especially as we're getting proposals from the Democrats about how they would spend on health care, for example, and how they would pay for some of their policies. And some folks say, even though you can gripe about how the president does things, you know, how vocal he is on Twitter, et cetera, you can't deny the fact that his policies worked this year, and the stock market is a reflection of that. And people will think about that going into the booth.
Yeah, they work really, really well. And I don't care how you give me the money. I love just getting it. And I think people should feel the same way. This administration has been just phenomenal on the economy. And if you look at the Democratic candidates, each one of them is reflecting and proposing really terrible stuff for the economy, which would mean if they got in there, there'd be a big crash. And I just hope that expectation doesn't come through, because these people would really ruin the economy with the proposals they're now saying. If they changed their mind, if they became Kennedy Democrats or Clinton Democrats, they would do a great job. But they aren't. They're just proposing all of the wrong things just when the economy is doing well and Trump's doing a great job.
Yeah, they need to come more left of center, traders say, but they also say that consistency is key. So we will see. Art, great to have you. Thank you so much.
Nice to be on there. Say hello to Ashley for me, and I love A1.
A1, don't you love
Ashley,
that? Thank you for
kidding.
remembering that, Art.
I do.
Art and I go way back in Nashville. I was in Nashville for years, and of course that's where Art Laffer is. He's a great guy.